Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, happy Monday, everybody. Here we go now. It is a brand new work week, but I tell you what, we are starting off this work week wet, and we are starting it off cold. We've got some more rain that's going to be on the way in as we go through the morning into the afternoon. It's going to be a cold rain. Of course, overnight we had a few issues with some freezing rain up along our Red River Valley. There were some travel impacts there overnight. Those are beginning to improve. We're going to talk about that. And then we've got more rain on the way tomorrow, Tuesday. And well, really, as we go through a good part of your work week, it does look quite unsettled. So I do want to get you caught up on the very latest details with that rain timeline, obviously, coming up as well. But again, for today, Monday, notice your rain probabilities best earlier in the day, right? As we go through the afternoon, we'll begin to taper off the rain probabilities, but it will still be cloudy. It will still be foggy as we go through the day. And again, temperatures this afternoon basically struggling to make it into the mid-40s. This is where we ran into a few problems again earlier this morning, mainly up along the Red River Valley. You're seeing a lot of locations here that were flirting at least with the freezing mark earlier this morning. But again, some of those 30s, especially over there in Bonham and the Paris area, and then in fact even Sherman, right there in Grayson County, and also Gainesville and Cook County, also reported some issues again, even on some of the roads. Earlier this morning, there was a winter weather advisory, in fact, in effect. That's now expired. And again, the latest reports we're getting are road conditions are improving. But still, if you're up there along the Red River Valley, exercise caution until you see the temperature definitely bobbing, again, well above that 32-degree mark. Even locally here in the Metroplex, we were razor close. I mean, we were hitting 32, which theoretically puts you at freezing. Typically with freezing rain, you really need that 31 and maybe even 30 number to begin to run into some issues. So rain overnight, it was generous. And again, we've got more on the way. But again, some locations overnight, again, even picking up over a quarter of an inch of rain down to the south and to the southeast. And this is what I'm talking about. More rain is on the way. This is truly the main way for today. So again, as we go through this morning, even as we go through the early afternoon, I would anticipate wet conditions, especially if you're in the Metroplex. And again, locations off to the east. You can see really the big bulk, right, of the moderately heavy rain currently down in central Texas. Like I mentioned, that's all lifting to the north. You can see it there. And again, the further north you get, maybe up into parts of the Ozarks, maybe up even towards Chicago, they're not going to be dealing with rain. They're going to be dealing with freezing rain and additional icing as we go through the day. Freezing rain also ending in eastern Oklahoma. Oklahoma really taking it on the chin with glazing and icing and really just an outright ice storm unfolded up there overnight. Again, luckily, it was so close to North Texas, but again, luckily, we basically got away unscathed from, again, the icing potential overnight. But temperatures here, still cold, but this is going to be moderating. And even though we're dealing with the cold temperatures this morning, really beginning this afternoon and really through the rest of your work week, we're not going to be talking about any more freezing temperatures. So even though we've got several storm systems, you can see them there all lined up. They're all going to be inbound over the next several days. We're only going to be talking about rain, not additional opportunities of freezing rain. So, of course, really good news with that. One storm system, two storm systems. We're looking at the jet stream flow. 3, I'm counting now 4. And in fact, there may even be a 5th one right over my shoulder. So the bottom line is we've got a lot of active weather as we go forward in time. And again, as we put all that together, just talking about rainfall potential here. Again, some locations, 2, 3, maybe even 4 inches of rain. You see out Interstate 20, Tyler, the computer there trying to say maybe 6 inches of rain by the time it's all said and done. So yes, generous rain is on the way. This is through the rest of the morning into the afternoon. By about 2 p.m., we'll begin to taper off the rain here at the Metroplex. Then again, some drizzle, some clouds, some fog overnight. And then by sunrise tomorrow, Tuesday morning, look at this. It's another round of rain coming through. We'll do something similar tomorrow. We'll taper that off. And then again, like I mentioned, we do remain settled going forward in time. So 30s, but mostly 40s as we go through the day today. There's your rain timeline. Again, we'll continue to taper that off as we go through the afternoon. Ending rain chances, of course, they're off to the east. Again, some clouds, some fog, maybe even a little bit of drizzle for your evening. Temperatures hovering there through the 40s. Overnight, 30s and 40s, but again, no one tonight below freezing. And then there it is. We do begin to truly moderate tomorrow, more in the way of 40s, and again, some 50s around the area. But again, you can see all the way through Wednesday, we do remain unsettled.